Hello, and welcome to Ingrid's Insights, a channel where I look at movies, TV, YouTube videos, and other media and tease out meaning. Today we're going to be looking at Love Island USA Season 6, Episodes 1 through 3. So I was really having a hard time trying to figure out how I wanted to do these reviews, and I think basically I just want to look at anything and everything that stands out to me. So the first thing is the coupling between JaNa, who is a 27-year-old day trader. She says that her match needs to be an obedient and introverted man, and she says she's joking, but I don't think she is. She couples up with Coye. Coye is a 28-year-old unit manager who finds it difficult to open up to women, and he thinks that the greatest misconception about him is that he's a player. So another person who was interested in Coye was Serena, who is 24 years old. Then another woman was interested is Hannah, and she is 26. So out of those, all three of the women, obviously Coye chose JaNa, and they are the first couple of Love Island Season 6. But then, coming up pretty soon, there are some bombshells that come in, and one of them is Connor. He says that he's interested in blondes and blue eyes. That's the women that usually catch his attention. So let's hear what JaNa has to say after she has a conversation with Connor. She's going to talk to Coye about the differences.
Right, and I'm like cracking at it, trying to like,
Like,
get to, like, I don't know if it's harder for you to open up or if it's just really how you are.
I'm still trying to get to know you more. It's like we only been here, what, three days?
I know, but within the 3 days, I feel
You're
like
saying you had better conversations. I understand that. And I can give you more conversations.
I shouldn't have to ask you though. I shouldn't have to ask you. You should just be like giving me the same energy.
I feel like you're mad. I think a lot of people in here are confused. To be real.
I think I'm the only one confused.
You feel like you're the only one that's confused?
Girls are getting really good clarity from their guys. I don't think I'm getting the most clarity from you. I don't know.
All right, so she has this conversation with Coye after she has a conversation with Connor the night before, and we'll get back into that a little bit later, and dissect the conversation she has with Connor. This is also after they play a game where they talk about how many people they've slept with in the past and what's acceptable for their mate in terms of how many bodies they have. And I think when he says you're mad, and I think he was onto something. I mean, I don't think he's very detailed in his communication style, but I think he was right. She was mad because he said that he felt that his mate should only have 10 bodies, although he has 150, which turns out I think it's more like 100. But I think she didn't give him the benefit of the doubt, because also Connor said the same thing, that he had 75 bodies, but he thought it was only acceptable for his mate to have 15. They both of the men walked these comments back and said, no, it's okay as long as they're healthy and we're safe. But at this point, I don't really think it mattered to JaNa much. I think that she actually really just wanted to be coupled up with Connor. And we'll see later, I'll provide more evidence to support that claim, because we will see some of the things that she goes through prior to this conversation that she has with Connor, to kind of set up the scene and make sure that Connor was actually available to her. And I also think that the producers were supporting her in this, and you can see the edits, like what conversations did she even have with Coye? She had one the day before where he was asking her, are we okay, is everything okay? She said, no, we're good, we're like the married couple in here. And she wasn't engaging him in meaningful conversation. She just said, no, we're fine. So we're going to see in this upcoming clip some of the evidence of which I speak.
What's up? What do you want to talk about?
No, we're just talking.
Okay.
Who are you talking to? I feel like I have not seen you all day today.
That's not true. I think if, like, from the outside looking in, we're, like, already, like, the married couple.
I feel like everybody do think.
I don't think that's a good or bad thing, though.
Yeah, it's not
You know
good
what
or
I
bad.
mean? Like,
But at the same time, just be transparent with me and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, seeing everything that's be happening, I just be wanting to make sure everything's just, we good. That's all.
I pinky promise.
Or JaNa's pulled Connor to tell him he looks like Clark Kent. JaNa, you need glasses! Oh no, wait, to look like Clark Kent, Connor needs glasses.
Yeah, you look like Clark Kent. Has anyone ever told you that?
The boys are calling me that
Like,
earlier.
when you walked in all slow, like, did you not know how you walked in?
No.
What?
How did I walk in? Wait, oh yeah, show me.
So you can see how engaged she is in this conversation. She is saying that Coye isn't reciprocating her energy, but when she sat down with him, she did not reciprocate his energy.
No,
out
seriously,
of
like,
this?
okay, like,
But
I
I
want
feel
my
like-
romantic partner to be my best friend, though. Like,
Yes,
I know everyone
that's-
does, but, like, legit my best
legit.
friend. People think that's
You
cheesy,
said-
you know that?
I like
I don't think
cheesy's
that. Yeah,
fun.
cheesy's cute.
I like cheesy. I also love to read. So,
I feel like you've been, like, creeping on my conversations.
really?
Like, before I got here, I was reading the dictionary. I know that sounds really weird, but, like, I just love learning, like, new words.
That's kind of
There's nothing wrong with increasing your vocabulary.
reading. No, there isn't.
But, like, you promise you won't judge me? I live by pinky. I really like books on, like, serial killers and, like,
I'm not
murders.
judging you on that.
It's very
Yeah, true
intriguing.
crime
like,
books are
yeah, just
cool.
like the
Yeah.
mindset of a serial killer. Like, it's good. It's
You're not brushing up to
how to get away with murder.
figure out.
I wouldn't never murder, but I would know how to do it. Connor, he's like really sweet. I don't know if I'm like even on Connor's list, but just based off the conversation we had, I like genuinely enjoyed it. There's no ring on my finger. Like,
All right, so we see that conversation. It was pretty lengthy, but I'm going to like explain what I got out of it. So what I see is that, for one, she pulled him, he did not pull her. And if you listen to the conversation, she basically word vomited it all over him. She would ask a question and then she would cut him off. And I was just thinking the whole time, well, if you really wanted to have a conversation with Coye, why didn't you pose him questions? We didn't see any of that. And then we're supposed to just assume, well, he was boring, so that's why. But with the conversation that I did see that she had with Coye, he was engaging her. And I know that he had a sense that something was kind of off. He said, I haven't seen you all day. And she wasn't putting the effort in. Look how much effort she was putting in to getting to know Connor. If she had put that same effort into engaging Coye in the conversation, she would have gotten to know him. She knew from the jump that he had a hard time opening up. He said that before they even matched. So I think that what happened here is that when she saw Connor, he was more of her type, or she was more attracted to him, and she wanted to get to know him. And instead of saying to Coye, look, I know that we have a good connection, but I really want to get to know Connor, she didn't do that. She then the next day said that, oh, we don't have good communication, when she didn't put any effort into communicating with Coye, from my perspective. I also think that the producers were massaging these scenes for her. She probably said, look, I'm just not really feeling Coye. And then they came up with this narrative to convince the viewers of why she was justified in pursuing a different connection.
Like, I'm not married. But it's just one really good conversation, you know? Like, there's still more to get to know him. So, it's like fair game.
Other people. I'm really glad you pulled me, by the way, because I mean, you're like obviously gorgeous. I just.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
So this scene is prior to the conversation that she had with Connor, and she goes up into Soul Ties. She gets the other girls. She convinces them to go up there to spy on them. And you can even see in this clip, look at Leah. She's like, what in the heck are we doing? Why are we doing this? So let's just take a look at this clip.
I think there are Soul Ties. Like fully in the know? I think there are Soul Ties. You got sun today, yeah?
Yeah, I got burnt. You feel my arm? Feel my muscle?
Yeah, actually, you're so fit.
So look at the way that he's looking at her. Look at his body language. We'll see him with his eye contact towards her. He leans in towards her. He really is smitten by Kayla, and if she had reciprocated that same interest and chose him, he would have been happy with her. His only way to stay in the villa was for was for JaNa to choose him. So you can even see when at the coupling, which I don't have a clip of that here, you can see that he's looking down, because I know that he's thinking, man, I don't even really want to be with her, and this guy is leaving, and I'm not going to be her match.
So, alright, just to level set with you. I mean, we were talking about whether you could kiss her or not earlier. I think that's kind of why I brought you up here, was to see if you were a good kisser. I guess we can figure it out.
Just pay close attention to, after the kiss, how he's feeling. Now we know later on that Kayla says that the two kisses between him and Aaron, she enjoyed Aaron's kiss better, but he is enamored with her. As you see, JaNa is the leader of this mission. So I believe, and this is prior to JaNa's conversation with Connor and prior to JaNa's conversation with Coye. I believe that she developed interest in Connor early on, and she wanted to see what kind of connection that Connor and Kayla were developing. So she went up to Soul Ties and had the other girls go up there with her under the pretext of, oh, okay, let's just go be nosy. Let's go see what they're doing. So they went up there, and then she's seeing that Connor is developing some interest in Kayla, and then they're sitting there and they're making out essentially. And then I believe it is JaNa that says, oh, does Aaron know? So this is what I take from this. She had already developed feelings an attraction towards Connor, and she wanted some intel so she would figure out what she was going to do, and even if she had a chance with Connor. I also think, she started planting these seeds of doubt with the viewers about Coye, because the next day we've already seen that video when she's sitting down and talking about how her conversations are so much better with Connor, and then somehow Connor is putting the effort in, and really he's just having a conversation with her. He didn't pull her, like I said, and she was the one driving the conversation. He was responding to some of the things that she said, but he didn't really seem that interested in her. I think that he was interested in staying in the villa, and she was really his only chance at this point. So he just went along with it. I don't think that he has strong feelings. We know that his preference is Kayla, and really when people say blonde hair and blue eyes, they really just mean white. So she recouples, and Coye is sent home. And that saddened me. I just didn't like the way that he went out like that. And I don't think he had enough time to show this amazing personality. And I don't think she put the effort in. She put the effort in to go and talk to Connor. She's the one that pulled him. She was the one driving the conversation. I didn't see her do that with Coye. Every time they sat down, I've only seen 3 conversations. And the one prior to the one where she said she enjoyed her conversation with Connor more, she said, oh, everything's fine, we have no problems, there's no problems in our conversation, but it looks like there's going to be some problems developing.
I love you, Leah. I gotta give you a hug too.
All right, so did you see that?
I know you're worried.
So the problems that are developing, looking like in season, not in season, but on Thursday's episode, is that Connor is over her, and then he's going to be shifting his attention to Leah. But I want you to just take a look at the stills that I took from that short clip. He's comforting Leah. Then JaNa comes over and he looks at her because she says, let me hug her. Let me comfort her. And he just looks at her kind of like, oh God, you're getting on my nerves, with disgust. And then he walks away. If you look at the clip again, it's like a 5-second clip. You'll see he's kind of like, God, why are you here? At least that's how I took it. Now, some people will say that I'm just projecting that, but we shall see. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Well, tell me in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Okay, and one more thing. Make sure if you've made it to this point to like, comment, and share. And most importantly, comment. Give me some feedback. It's really important for my growth. All right, toodles.